Hey guys, this is Ms. Mo. This is the final exam review. Remember that I said that I made the final exam and the review too big, so I went back and deleted a bunch of problems. So on your review, you might see questions that say, your instructor has given you credit for this problem. It's because I was gonna put that on the final, and then I didn't. So, that's exciting. Okay, let's go to number 13. Number 13. It says the graph below shows the number of marriage licenses over a 6-month period. How many licenses were issued in July. Okay, so how many were in July? Let's see here. In July. Okay. And each circle represents that much. So we have 3 of those. And then we have half of one. Okay, what's half of 10,000? I mean, dang it, I said it. What's half of 20,000? If you don't know, you can put it in your calculator. $20,000 divided by 2. 10,000. Yep. Okay. So we got these 3 20s from the 3 circles. Then there's a 10 from half a circle. And if we add that up, we get 2, 4, 6, 7. 70,000. Woohoo! Okay. Let's look at number 14. It says the mileage ratings for city driving of various subcompact cars are listed below. Construct a line plot using the data. Okay, we're just going to put dots, or they have little X's above where each number is. So, let's see. B says that there's 4 20s. Let's see if there's 4 20s in this list. I have 1. Okay, so B's out. Let's look at why D's out. Let's see, D is different from A and C because it's got these 2 suckers over here. Let's see what this number is. 40 is the tick mark, then to the left, 39, and then for us, 38. So this is saying we have 2 38s. Let's see if we have 2 38s. I got 1. That's it. So D's out. Okay, let's look at A. It looks like A is different than this C because of something happening over here. Okay, let's see. C says we have 3 20s. How many 20s do we have? Just 1. So C's out. A's the correct answer because we have a little x over the 10, so we should have 1 10. And we do. Then we have 1 x on top of the 11 tick mark, and we have 1 11. Then, let's say these 2 little x's. That's at the 19, so we should have 2 19s. Here's 1, and here's the other. Yeah, okay, then we should have 3 at whatever this is. Let me count where this is. 30, 29, 28. We should have 3 28s. Let's see if I got that. 28! 28! 28! Oh, look, 3 28s. Okay, so A is the right answer. Woohoo! Okay, 16 I omitted or deleted, whatever you want to say. Let's look at 16. So I omitted and deleted the 15, and then 16, it says the midterm test scores for the 7th period typing class are shown below. What are the outliers? Okay, outliers are when you have a bunch of dots all next to each other. These are good. Yeah. But then if you have a dot way over here by itself or way over here by itself, it's an outlier. So, If we have a dot way on the left by itself or way on the right, it's by itself, it's an outlier. I just sneezed. Okay, so this 56, it's all by itself, way on the left. So it's definitely an outlier. These little X's over here, they're not by themselves. So it's not an outlier. Okay, so an outlier is when there's only one of it and it's super different from everything else. So that's why this 56 is an outlier, because all our X's are up here. Whereas over here on the right, these are not outliers because there's 3 of them similar. So B. Okay, let's look at 17. It says the midterm test scores. What is the most frequent? That means the most X's or the most dots. So let's look. What number has the most dots above it? Or X's above it? It looks like this guy. Well, what is that? It's not the 90 tick mark. It looks like it's left of the 90. So D, 89. Okay, number 18, you're welcome. Nah, 18 was pretty easy, but I deleted it. Your review should say your instructor gave you credit for this problem. All right, number 19, it says the wages of the employees of a company are presented in the histogram on the right. Histogram. Assume that, for example, $6 is in the interval of 6 to 8, not in the interval of 4 to 6. So there is not $6 in this 4 to 6. Instead, we use $6 for the 6 to 8. Okay, it says how many employees earn at least $4 and less than $6 an hour. Okay, well, at least means that's the lowest number. So we're looking at the interval from 4 to, let's see, at least $4 and less than $6. So that means smaller than 6. So the interval that has the lowest number of 4 and everything else smaller than 6 is 4 to 6, because the 4 is the lowest number. Everything else is in between 4 to 6. Okay, the question was, how many employees? Well, I'm going to look at this 4 to 6 little box right here, because it says 4 to 6 along the bottom. And then the number of employees is how high that box goes. So how high does this box go? It goes to 20 employees. So 20, or D. Okay, we're going to skip 2021. Let's go to 22. Okay, 22 has some weird line graphs, and it says, which month in 2008 had the lowest sales? Okay. So first, we got to look at 2008. That's not this top line. It's this bottom line, because it says 2008. Okay, now it says had the, what was that word? Lowest sales. So that literally means the lowest. Yeah. Okay, so on this second piece of line, which is the lowest point? And it looks like maybe here, but even lower than that is this little guy down here. So this is the lowest, and it looks like it's lowest at 3 months. Hey, D. Woo. Okay, 23. Identify whether the given scatter plot shows a positive, negative, or no association. Okay, you might want to write this on your cheat sheet. Positive is going this way. Negative is going down from left to right. No is just all kinds of random. Yeah. No, it's just when the dots have no rhyme or reason. They're all over the place. They don't look like they're going up. They don't look like they're going down. Okay, so what do ours look like? Ours look like they're going down pretty much. Whereas if I would have had this picture, yeah, this would be an example of nope. You know, get it? Because they're not all going down or up. But our picture that we had was going down. So negative association. Okay, let's look at 24. It says find the mean. Oh gosh, okay. Let's go ahead and start. Okay, the mean is you add them up and divide by the total count of numbers. Okay, so let's see here. Let's add all these numbers up. 5 plus 6 plus 12 plus 13 is 36. Okay, now let's count how many numbers there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we counted and we got 4 numbers. That goes on the bottom. Okay, now divide. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So if I were you, I'd put that this is how you do the mean on your cheat sheet, unless you have a way that you understand. So the mean is 9. So D's out, B's out. Okay, the median is when you list them smallest to biggest, with commas in between, and then you scratch things out, like you scratch the left, you scratch the right, and the median would be this guy in the middle. Okay, so let's do that here. Let's see, all our numbers are already in order, smallest to biggest. Huzzah! Okay, so let's start scratching them out. Goodbye 5, goodbye 13, goodbye 6, goodbye, oh no, there's nothing left in the middle. Okay, so if there's nothing left in the middle, then you add the 2 that were around that middle and divide by 2. Okay, so for us, when we scratched out, there was nothing left in the middle in between this 6 and 12. So those are the numbers I'm going to add and then divide by 2. And I think that gives you 18 over 2 or 9. Oops. 9. Okay, so our median should be 9. Darn, they both say it. Okay. And then mode happens the most. As in, what number in this list happens the most? Well, none of them are repeated, so there is no mode A. Because C says the mode is 6. But it would only be 6 if I had a bunch of 6s or 2 6s listed. It has to repeat. Okay. Let's check this sucker. It says create a box plot. Okay. First, we list them smallest to biggest, and they are. If you want to, actually no, they're not smallest to biggest. Oh goodness, we got to put these in order. Okay, you ready? 28 is the smallest, and then 84, 94. That looks the same. Okay, then it jumps to 110, 112. You see how they're not in order? I was totally tricked. 128, 130, 140, 148, two 160s. That would be our mode because there's two of them. 176, 190, poop. No, 176. Nope. Okay, after 160, it's 164. My bad. Then 164. Then 176. Then 190. Okay, my bad. I had those out of order. So after the two 160s, we got two 164s, then 176, and a 190. Okay. The first thing that we're going to do is figure out where this up and down part of the box is. That comes from the median of all these numbers. So let's start scratching them out. Okay, one at the front, one at the back, one at the front, one at the back. Okay, so 140 is the median. Okay, now we're going to find the left and the right side of the box. Left and the right side of the box. Okay, those come from the median of the beginning all the way up to this 140. So, let's start scratching out from the beginning, 28, to this 130. Don't scratch out the median, 140. Then goodbye 84, goodbye 128, goodbye 94, goodbye 112. 110. That's what we call our Q1 quartile, 110. Then our Q2 is that 140, the median. Okay, now let's find the median of from 148 all the way to the end, 190. Oh, look, 164. So my Q3 is 164. Okay, let's also talk about our lowest number. Our lowest number ever is 28. Our highest number ever is 190. Okay, so let's start drawing. First, we're going to draw 140. So 140 is that straight up and down line in the middle of the box. Okay, and we're going to put this on a number line. So that's 140. Now we're going to draw where 110 is and 164. Well, 164 is what? 14 tick marks? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's where the other side of our box is. Okay, now let's draw 110. That's 30 tick marks. Oh gosh. Whew, okay, so I land way over here at 110. Okay, so this makes up our box. So first off, our box needs to be much wider on the left than the right, or much longer on the left than the right.